This is IGI Corp, and today we want to introduce you to a new product called iGot Control. iGot Control is comprised of the IRB1 IR attachment accessory and also the iGot Control software app, which is a free download from the iTunes website. So basically you would start the iGot Control application and then attach the IRB1 accessory. Once the IRB1 accessory is recognized, it'll flip the orientation of the software around to the intended direction of use. Once in the home page, you have access to all of your different remotes. That could be from your home theater, from your bedroom, from a friend's house, even from the sushi restaurant down at the corner. So the premise behind this is now I have all my remotes for all my devices here. If I want to turn my TV on, I select my TV remote here, and now I can hit power on the TV. If I want to change the channel on the cable box, I go back to the home page and select cable box, and now I have my full cable remote. So whatever I want to control is now right where I need it, right in the palm of my hand on my iPhone. If I'm down at the corner at the sushi restaurant and I know what TV they're using, I can easily install their remote right into the iGot Control software. So here we are out of the box. When you take out the IRB1, first thing you want to do is make sure that your software is downloaded. Start the software, and then plug in your IRB1 accessory. And then again, after it's recognized, it'll turn the application around so it's in the proper direction for use. Once we're here, if you notice on the home page, there are no units that are installed here, no remotes installed. So what we want to do first is we're going to actually control this for our home theater. In my home theater, I have a TV set, so the first thing I'm going to do is add my TV set. So I hit Add, and then with the left scroll wheel, I go down to TV. And then I look, I happen to have an LG, so I'm going to go to the LG. And here we are at LG. And then if you notice, there's a bunch of codes that I have here. So what I'll do is start, I'm going to start at the end because this is a recently purchased TV. So I find that the codes all the way at the beginning are for your older sets and the ones towards the end are for your newer sets. So I'm going to start here, and if you notice there's a test power button. So what I'm going to do is point the iPhone or the iPod Touch directly at the TV set, and then I'm going to hit the test power button. So if you notice after you do that, the eyes of iGot it lit up, indicating that it did send an IR signal. And I'm going to see if that turned the TV on. If it didn't, I'll go to the next code, and then I'll hit test power there. This one happens to turn my TV on. So I'm going to try this one. I'm going to select Done. And now if you notice, TV LG is now installed on my home page. So if I wanted to now, all I have to do is select that, and now I have my full TV remote here. It's as easy as that. Connect, select, control. What we'll do now is install my cable box. So my cable box, now you don't want to look for the cable company that you use. You want to look for the manufacturer of the cable box. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to scroll down to cable, and I'm going to look. Mine happens to be a Scientific Atlanta. And here there's a bunch of Scientific Atlanta codes. So again, because I know this is one of the newer HD DVR sets, I'm going to start towards the end, and I'm going to hit test power. And I'm going to see which one of these is the one that turns the power on. Now, there might be multiple sets that turn the power on, and certain ones of these might contain more codes than others. So you want to play with this to see which one has the maximum number of codes for your remote. So once I find one, I hit Done, and now I have two remotes here. Now I have my TV remote and my cable remote. When I go into my cable remote, it has 2 pages of functions for my cable TV. The last thing that I want to install now is I also have an AVR receiver, surround receiver. So I want to go, and all my devices are actually plugged into there. So I want to go now into receiver, and then I'm going to pick Denon. And again, I have a bunch of codes here, and I'm going to test this one. And this one happens to control my Denon AVR receiver. So again, I'm going to select Done. And now I have two pages of commands for my Denon receiver. So now that's the basic home theater that I have right now. I also have a DVD player, so I can actually add in the DVD player, which is also a Denon. Okay, now I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to start testing codes and see when my Denon DVD player turns on. So now I just turned the Denon DVD player on, so I'm going to select done. Now I have my 4 remotes for my home theater.